Good morning. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nia Ferdiana and I'm from English Department Program. Today, I would like to thanks for the opportunities that given to me to present my thesis proposal entitled The Implementation of Critical Thinking Skill in English Online Learning on the second grade students of SMA Kristen Minakasi in Jambi during the COVID-19 pandemic. In this presentation, it contains of 3 chapters, begin from Chapter 1, Introduction. It involves of background of study, research question, objective of the research, significance of the research, limitation of the research, and also definition of key terms. Then in the Chapter 2, Literature Review, we will discuss about theoretical framework of the study. And in the last chapter, Research Methodology, it involves of research design, data source and data collection techniques, data analysis techniques, and the validity of data. First, let's go to the background of the study. Living in the era of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in this 21st century, youth are required to possess more skills and abilities to keep pace with the current change, whether in economic, technological, and societal. And according to the SWAP, the Fourth Industrial Revolution is the stake in developing knowledge, whereas there is a line between physical, digital, and biological world. To simply put, it is a significant transformation from traditional technology to digitization, manufacturing, and cyber-physical system. Because of that, the skills that people need is also changed to be more complex, which is called as 21st century skills. The National Education Association, or NEA, lists 4 Cs as a part of life skills for 21st century, namely critical thinking and problem solving, communication, collaboration, creativity, and innovation. And from all of those skills, critical thinking becomes the basic or the first thing that need to learn, because all of the learning process are start from the process of thinking. And according to the NEA, by thinking critically, someone will be able to develop other skills like higher level of concentration and more in-depth analytical abilities. And besides that, Wagner together with the US-based Apollo Education Group and the World Health Organization emphasize that critical thinking is one of the survival skills which classified as cognitive and interpersonal skills that students need to be prepared for 21st century life, work, and citizenships. In Indonesia, critical thinking skill has been integrated into the most recent curriculum, or we know as Curriculum 2013 or K13 or K13, and in the amendments to the regulation of the Minister of Education and Culture or Kemendikbud in 2018 also explained that the reason of K13 includes a critical thinking skill. It is because it is believed as a skill that could develop and strengthen the mindset of students. Critical thinking skill is also known as the skill that never goes out of date, and also as flexible skills, which make it easily to integrate with another skill like listening, speaking, reading, and writing, which easily we can find it in the English subject. Quoted from Hamid in his journal, English is a compulsory foreign language subject in many high schools. It is also a subject that is most popular to use among other foreign languages in 16 in Indonesia. He also explained that English is more popular than others because it is recognized as an indispensable tool for competition and global cooperation, science and technology, and other human interaction activities. And we need to stand to the fact English also known as the most widely spoken language in the world. However, on May 18, 2020, the Ministry of Education and Culture announced the application of the learning process at home evenly in all schools in Indonesia due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It becomes the problem for the educators because the implementation of activities that must be done in the classroom forcibly convert into online learning. And according to the Saputri and Septia Andini, there were 4 challenges that has been found, which are technological imbalance between schools in the big city and regions, The second is limited competence of teacher in the use of learning application. The third is limited resources for the use of educational technologies such as internet and quotas. And the fourth is teacher-student-parent relation in online learning that are not yet integral. And in analyzing those issues, I, as the researcher, is interested in conducting a research entitled The Implementation of Critical Thinking Skills in English Online Learning on the second grade student of SMA Kristen Bina Kasih in Jambi during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, next we go into the research question and objective of the research. Based on the statement of the research above, I formulate two research questions. First, does the teacher implement critical thinking skills in English language learning activities for high school students that carry out online during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020? And the second is, how is critical thinking skill implemented into senior high school student English online learning activities during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020? And based on the research question, this study aims to examine whether the teacher applies critical thinking skill to high school student online English learning activities or not during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the second is explore the various ways teachers use to implement critical thinking skill into senior high school student online English learning activities during the COVID-19 pandemic. The next slide is about significance of the research. The significance of the research consists of two significance. First theoretically and the second practically. Theoretically, it is expected that this research can provide insight into what happened in English language teaching during pandemic COVID-19. And also, I expected that this study results can to enrich theories and be reference for future study related to English language teaching critical thinking skill through online learning. And in practically, this research is expected to give English teachers positive input in teaching students using critical thinking skills, especially in high school level, and also expected to raise up the teachers' awareness concerning their teaching strategy in teaching the student critical thinking in the classroom. The next slide is about limitation of the research. The participant of this research is an English teacher at SMA Kristen Bina Kasih in Jambi, who teaches 11th grade students, and also this research will focus on teacher teaching activities when teaching online learning in MIPA 1 or first MIPA during pandemic COVID-19. I also will limit this research into revealing the teacher's implementation of online learning of critical thinking skills, teacher perception about whether the implementation of critical thinking skill important or not during the online learning activities, and the last is problems or obstacles in implementing critical thinking skills in online learning activities. Okay, the next slide is definition of key terms. I only put critical thinking skills as the key terms as the main focus on the study. Now we jump to the chapter 2. Now I will explain the theoretical framework of my research. First, the definition of critical thinking. According to Germany et al., Fischer, Moon, and Ennis, critical thinking is a complex deliberative process consisting of the ability and effort to consider, examine, analyze, and think about information obtained from various sources with sensible ways to produce conclusion or decision that can be defended and justified. And secondly is about characteristic of critical thinking. According to Paul Elder, Day, and Simpson Courtney, critical thinkers are people who are able to draw a conclusion from all issues or information using their thinking ability, which consists of identifying, analyzing, and scaling the accuracy with open-mindedness. And also, the characteristics that researchers will use as the indicators to identifying critical thinking skills applied by teachers through online learning are the combination of the third theories above. And the next is critical thinking skills in education. From the explanation of the definition and the characteristic above, we can sum up that critical thinking skill is an important ability and also as a competency for students. So they are able to make a rational decision and solve the problems whether in life or workforce for the future. It is also a form of social judgment of a person's intellectual standards and also belief can improve life quality in society. The fourth is the benefit of critical thinking skill. According to Leicester Tyler, Cottrell, and Murawski, critical thinking is a skill to help people to be more accurate and specific in noting what is relevant and what is not. The skill is requisite in most of our aspects in human life, and the small scope is academic environment and workforce. Critical thinking skills that learned during the academic years has big impact on future learning in the workforce because it is a transferable skill. Therefore, people who have critical thinking skills will find it easier to face the real life. The fifth is critical thinking assessment. In this study, there are two ways to assess the critical thinking skills. They are the holistic critical thinking scoring rubric, which is developed by Peter A. Fashion and Noreen C. Fashion in 1994, and the rubric AACNU, which created by faculty across the United States in 2013. Both assessment instruments used to measure critical thinking skills typically require the student read, analyze, and evaluate their assignment or papers. The purpose of this assignment instrument is to calculate or scale the quality of students or someone's critical thinking. The next is level of critical thinking skills. Linda Elder and Richard Powell divided it into 6 stages. First is stage 1, the unreflective thinker. Stage 2 for the challenging thinker. Stage 3, the beginning thinker. Stage 4 for the practicing thinker. Stage 5 for the advanced thinker, and for the stage 6 is master thinker. The last is the application of critical thinking skills in online learning. Critical thinking skill is not a new thing. It has been taught through online. It also proved in Hackpress et al. Journal entitled Cultivating Critical Thinking Through E-Learning Environment and Tools as a review, and also proved in Sandy Aryawan journal entitled Building Critical Thinking in COVID-19 Pandemic Era as a subtitle Impossible or Possible. It explains that applying critical thinking in online learning during the pandemic, which happens right now, is possible. And now we are in the last chapter, research methodology. First is about research design, and also the data sources and collection techniques. This research employs qualitative research and form of a case study. The main sources that will be used in the research are the activities in classroom during the process of English online learning and the English teacher who teaches English in the 11th grade at SMA Kristen Binakasi, Jambi in the academic year 2020 and 2021. Meanwhile, to obtain the data, the researcher used 3 techniques of data. And because it is a study case, the researcher used interview technique as the primary technique, documentation as supporting data, and also classroom observation for a validity check. Next is data analysis techniques. The process of data analysis in this research will be divided into 3 based on framework of qualitative analysis by Miles and Haberman, which are data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing verification. Data reduction is the selecting, focusing, simplifying, abstracting, and also transforming process over a data, such as written up document like field note or transcription. Data display is a set information from a data reduction that allows researchers to draw conclusion and action. And the display includes many types of words like sentence, narrative, table, and graphic. And the last stage is making a conclusion. In here, researcher will summarize the discussion to make the conclusion of this research. While making the conclusion, it involves stepping back to make sure about the meaning of data analyzed and to assess their implication for the research question. And the last slide is about the validity of the data. To confirm the validity of the data, researchers use triangulation strategy from Metz and Habermas. Triangulation strategy is a tactic to verifying or confirming findings by using multiple sources and modes of evidence. The honorable examiners and my thesis consultants, I have already presented all the contents of my thesis proposal. Thank you for your attention and thank you for watching.